Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing this 2025 Ford Escape ST line hybrid, and we have this gorgeous paint, darkish bluish paint with some glitters around it. And let's check out what's underneath the hood first of all. Now let's see what's underneath the hood. Under the hood is a 2.5-liter hybrid 4-cylinder that produces 192 horsepower and 155 pound-feet of torque that goes to a CVT automatic transmission. And fuel economy is 42 in the city and 36 on the highway. Fuel economy is 42 miles per gallon in the city and 36 on the highway. You can see that. And then now at the front, we have this Ford logo up here with the front camera. Awesome. And then we have this darker black grille that looks cool with these all LED headlamps with the turn signal indicator up there, with this chrome strip that connects both the headlamps. That looks awesome. Overall, this is its front look. On the side, we have these gorgeous alloy wheels that are grayish in color, dark gray in color, and its tire profile is 225 by 60 R18. We have 18-inch tires up at the front and over in the back. And then we have these body colored mirror caps with these blind spot monitoring. We do get blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then we have this ST line badge on the side, and we have body colored door handles. And now once we come at the back, we have our escape lettering, the headlamp with this LED tail lamps. Our LED tail lamps are here with the red turn signal indicators. Those look pretty cool. And then we do have a hybrid all-wheel drive badge. So yeah, it has a hybrid engine, and you can see the towing hook down there. Yeah, and towing capacity is up to 1500 pounds with our dual exhaust tips. I would like to give a huge shout out to State College Ford, who let me spend some time with this Escape so I can film it for you guys, and include a link down in the description below so you can check out what they have currently. Enjoy the video. Before we move forward with this review, I just want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe, because I post unique content for you guys, and then I make detailed reviews for you guys, including every single detail. Every like, share, subscribe counts. So it would help me, and it would give me motivation to get more videos for you guys in the future. And don't hesitate to like, share, and comment down my video, and let me know what do you think about my videos. And guys, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this Ford Escape? How do you like the looks of this Ford Escape, and what do you think of this color? It's like a bluish color. I would say this is like a metallic grayish paint. So yeah, this is the color for the Ford Escape that I got to review today. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this particular color and the looks of the Ford Escape. Few of you guys requested for like a far shot of the car, so here's a walk around of the entire car. Hopefully the sun doesn't disturb the filming. Here's a full walk around tour of the car. I did pull it a little forward so that I can show you the sides from the far. This is its entire side profile, and then let's look at its back. This is its entire profile from the back, and I'm quite impressed with how the Escape looks. It looks sporty and good for city use. And then the other side. Yeah, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the walk around of the car, and should I do this for other cars as well and for each of my videos. And now once we come inside the back door, we have like a little basic trim over here, but we do have soft touch leather down here. Love the cool light. We do have our grab handle, power window controls, chrome door handles, and then cup holders, storage space, speakers on the door. And then on the seats, we have these headrests with this red stitching on them, with these cool looking seats with this cool trim with this cool pattern in between. And yeah, these are leather seats, manually adjustable seats. Oh, sorry, not manually adjustable but manually folding seats. And now let's sit inside. So I'm 5'7", 5'8", so the leg room is quite good. And then the headroom, yep, headroom is good as well. Thumbs up to 4. And we do have a youth size panoramic sunroof, and it goes all the way to where I'm sitting over here to the end. So yeah, even after the panoramic sunroof, the headroom is impressive. We do have AC vents up at the back that look cool. We can control them from here. And then we do have 2 USB ports down there. We do have a armrest back here with the seats. We do have 2 cup holders and a armrest, but yeah, it's kind of small, but still at least the person on this seat could keep their arm. But we do have 2 cup holders over here. And now let's look up front. Wow, we do have a speaker one on the door over here as well. And then coming inside, we do have hard plastic over here, but I love this trim on the door panel, and it gives it appearance for carbon fiber. The entire door is like this. I love this cool carbon fiber trim over there with these chrome door handles. And then basically kind of the same trim that's on the behind door, just this carbon fiber trim is extra. But soft touch down here with this sporty red stitching, the light, cup holder space, and then we have our B&O speakers over here. And all our window controls are over here. Adjustment for the mirrors. We do have our lock and unlock function over here with our memory seats. That's pretty cool. Moving on to the seats, we have the same pattern. We do have like a similar pattern on the seats that look cool with these leather seats and red stitching that gives it a sporty appearance. And then we do have power adjustable seats that are awesome. Once we get inside, it's nice. It's a little high to the ground. We do have our cool looking AC vents over here, and then our fuel cap opener is over here. Opening for the hatch is over here. These are our headlamp controls. Our push button start is over here. The screen is cool with the opening escape animation. Love the look of that. And then we do have our cool looking AC vents over here. Our button for the hazard lamps. And then this is our engine start stop button down here. And then we do have like physical controls for the volume knob for the screen. And then it has 360-degree camera coverage. Since I showed you the front camera, it does have 360-degree camera coverage, and you can look at it. You press this to look at the camera at all times surrounding. And then we do have some driver assistance controls. We do have our defogger and our drive mode select. So our drive modes are normal, eco, sport, and slippery. So slippery would be for ice or snow. We do have a 12-volt socket and a USB-A and USB-C port down there. We do have a wireless phone charger as well over here with some storage space. And I love this wood trim around the center console, looks pretty cool. And then we have our auto hold. This is our auto hold button. We have our electronic parking brake. This is our round gear shifter. That looks pretty cool. And then we do have cup holders down here, pretty fancy. And then nice trim on the armrest. We have this red stitching and nice trim on the armrest. And overall, we have a pretty deep sized storage space on the armrest. Quite impressed with that. And then love this cool carbon fiber type look that runs all the way across the dash. Gives it a cool luxury appearance inside, luxury theme. And then this is our glove box. And I would say, yeah, it's a pretty practical and deep sized storage space glove box. And then on the dash, yeah, basic materials on the dash, but we have this red stitching around the steering wheel, giving it a sporty appearance. And then the steering wheel is soft touch, pretty cool. We have the Ford logo up center, and then we have practical controls for our adaptive cruise control, lane centering over here. And then we have our volume increase decrease for the infotainment system, voice command, and then some controls for an instrument cluster. We do have some controls for our instrument cluster. We have tire pressure monitoring system in it as well. And then this is for our electric battery, small battery because it's a hybrid. And then We do have, as it's evident, we do have a fully digital gauge cluster, and then we have this new Ford infotainment system, 13 inches, and then this is for our heated seats. Our heated seats control are built in onto the screen, so some people might not like screen controls. I would say, like, overall for the people, it's, you can say, kind of a negative thing if you need so we do have our heated seats controls on the screen. Our temperature controls are on the screen, but we do have heated seats for both the driver and the passenger, and then we do have a heated steering wheel, but those are all controls built into the touchscreen along with the AC controls and the temperature controls. And then search for your sorry for that, that was, and then it has a good response time. Yep, it has a good UI and the response time is pretty impressive. And now let's look at the backup camera clarity. To drive, we just rotate the shifter for the camera, and then here's how the backup camera looks on the screen, and the trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. You can't see on the side when you give the indicator, but otherwise it does have 360-degree camera to this extent that you can see all around the car and that way. So when you're doing that, it's pretty cool. The clarity of the backup camera, I'm quite impressed with the clarity of the backup camera. The resolution is quite high. That's cool. That's how the trip summary shows, and since it has a rear occupant alert, it shows that, and then when you close the screen, the rear of the Ford Escape plays. We do have a manual IRVM, manual dimming IRVM, and then we do have these sunscreen shades with our mirrors and the lights, pretty fancy. And then we do have a sunglass holder. Yeah, and then this is our, we do have some sunroof controls down over here for our panoramic sunroof. And let's take a good look. It's a massive panoramic sunroof. I'm impressed with Ford giving such a massive panoramic sunroof. And now let's look at its key. Now, for the key, we do have our unlock button, lock button, button for the remote start, and button to open the hatch with our panic button. And then we have this Ford logo up at the back. So yeah, pretty regular for Ford key fob. And now we do have remote start with it as well. Must be on because it's a hybrid, so it's hard to tell if it's on, but at least the air conditioning is working. That means the remote start is on, so at least it would help you to uh, cool the car in the cool the car in summers and warm up the car in the winters. And now let's check out its trunk space. Now there are two ways to open the trunk. You can either press this button over here, or you could use the key. We are just going to use the key. Focus. You can see this is to open our hatch. We are going to click this twice and it should open our hatch right up, and there you go, our hatch lifts up. And then from the outside it may not look, as it's like a big vehicle. Let me get like a side. So that is how the Escape looks from the side. So it may look like it does not have a lot of hatch space, but I'm actually impressed with the amount of space it has. We do have some like mats and some items from the factory, rubber mats, but otherwise the cargo area is quite practical and easy to load, and I'm impressed with the cargo area. Thumbs up to Ford for giving such a big cargo area in one of like the more affordable Ford cars. So impressed with the cargo area. Nice. For you guys wondering, this does come with a spare tire. We do have a spare tire on the back, so if the tire gets punctured or anything, you could use the spare tire given by you. And it's without the alloy, but at least we do have a spare tire. We don't have a alloy on the spare tire, but having a spare tire is better than not having a spare tire, so that's a good thing. And then once you're all done, you can just press this button and it lowers the hatch right down. For you guys wondering, yes, it does have a power hatch, and I'm impressed Ford has given a power hatch on this. This is how its LED daytime running lights look. Pretty impressive. which Ford calls them parking lamps. I really like the style of the LED DRLs. These do light up at the back as well. And now let's check out its window sticker. You guys might be wondering, how much does this cost? We do have 2025 ST Line Select all-wheel drive hybrid Ford Escape. You can look at the fuel economy once again. It's 42 miles per gallon in the city and 36 on the highway. Impressive fuel economy for a SUV. And yeah, its total MSRP is $42,015. Yes, its total MSRP is $42,000. Now you guys might be wondering, why does this cost so much? One, it has a hybrid engine in here and it gets 192 horsepower, and then it's like the sporty variant, the ST line, and then we do have a huge panoramic sunroof on top, as I showed, with the latest touchscreen. As I was saying, we do have these gray looking wheels, but the main prize is for the hybrid engine that's in here that produces 192 horsepower, our ST line badge, sporty looking seats, the latest infotainment system, 13 inches, a panoramic sunroof, and then overall a pretty cool looking car. Yeah, but its total MSRP is $42,000, but still below the average price of a new car. So I would say it's justified. Just look at the space back here. Usually some of these cars don't have that much space at the back, but I'm impressed with the leg room over here. And then the space in the hatch is just backup camera. And then the space in the hatch is also quite practical. So that's cool. And yeah, I forgot to mention, when I was talking about the price, it does have 360-degree camera as well. So the price is justified in my book. But yeah, I would want to say one thing, that I wish this had better wheels. Like this is the ST line Select, but I believe there are variants above this, like the ST line Elite, and then there's a Platinum variant. I believe they should have made the alloy wheels a little more stylish for this ST line Select. So yeah, if you look at the price according to that, the alloy wheels look is not that impressive, but yeah, we do have 18 inches.